My child, stop right now. This is not for everyone. This is only for you and me. I have stepped into your moment on purpose. I have stopped you mid-scroll, mid-thought, even mid-breath, because what I am about to speak cannot be mixed with noise. This is not a crowd moment. There is no audience watching. There is no one else listening in. Right now, it is just you and me, face to face, heart to heart, and I need you to understand how rare and sacred this is. This moment was written before time, long before your fears had names, long before your questions formed, long before you became tired of trying to be strong. I saw this exact second. I knew where you would be, what you would be carrying, and how close you would be to giving up on listening. And still, I waited. I waited for this precise moment when your heart would be quiet enough, vulnerable enough, and open enough to hear me without defenses. That is why you are here. Not by chance, not by habit, not because you were looking for something spiritual. You are here because I brought you here. Listen carefully now. This message is not motivational. It is not general. It is not something meant to inspire a crowd or be shared carelessly. It cannot be repeated because it was formed around you. Your story, your wounds, your questions, your future. This message exists because you exist. If you were not alive, these words would not be necessary. That is how personal this is. I am not speaking in broad ideas. I am speaking directly to your soul. I need you to know something very important. I waited for this exact second. I did not rush it. I did not send these words earlier, and I will not send them later in the same way. Timing matters when love is involved. Timing matters when destiny is involved. You may feel like your life had been paused, delayed, or unclear, but heaven has not been confused. Heaven hath been precise. Every step, every pause, every ache brought you here, to this moment where I can finally speak without interruption. Do not ignore this. Do not tell yourself you will come back later. Ignoring this moment will not leave things the same. Neutral does not exist here. You either receive what I am placing in front of you, or you walk away from something that cannot be recreated in the same way. I am not saying this to threaten you. I am saying this because truth matters. Some moments carry weight, and this is one of them. Heaven orchestrated this meeting. Angels were not guessing. This was not random alignment. I arranged circumstances, delays, even distractions so that you would land right here. You may not understand how much effort went into bringing you to this exact point, but I do. And I do not waste divine appointments. When I stop you like this, it is because something must be said now, not later. I see the fear trying to rise in you. That familiar tightness. That urge to pull back. Let me remove that fear and replace it with closeness. You are not in trouble. You are not being judged. You are not being tested. You are being invited. There is a difference. Fear tells you to hide. Love tells you to come closer. And I am asking you to come closer right now. This is not about religion. It is not about rules, performance, or proving anything. It is not about noise, crowns, labels, or systems. Strip all of that away for a moment. This is about you and me. Not the version of you that pretends to be fine. Not the version of you that others see. The real you. The tired you. The questioning you. The hopeful you that still exists even after disappointment. That is who I am speaking to. Something irreversible begins the moment you truly listen. Not when you finish these words, but when your heart opens instead of protecting itself. When you stop analyzing and start receiving. When you allow yourself to believe, even a little, that I am speaking directly to you. Inner shifts happen before outer changes. Seeds take root before anything breaks the surface. And right now, something is being planted that will not leave you the same. This is about you and me and no one else. Not the past that shaped you. Not the people who hurt you. Not the expectations placed on you. Those things do not get a voice here. Only you and me. That is why this feels different. That is why your attention feels pulled. That is why part of you knows this matters even if you cannot explain why. This moment cannot be repeated. Not because I will stop loving you, but because moments like this come wrapped in specific timing, specific readiness, and specific grace. You were meant to hear this now, not before, not later. Now, when your heart is soft enough to feel and strong enough to endure truth. Now, when you are tired of shallow answers and quiet enough to hear something deeper. What happens next will change everything, not because life will suddenly become easy, but because you will not walk it the same way anymore. Awareness changes direction. Truth changes posture. Closeness changes courage. You will begin to see differently, respond differently, choose differently, because something within you has shifted. Stay here with me. Do not rush. Do not multitask. Let this moment finish what it started. You are not alone. You never were. And this conversation is only beginning. Comment Amen. I receive your blessings today if you're claiming God's promises over your life. My child, there was a time when it felt like it was just you and me. Do you remember it? A time when the world felt quieter, even if life around you was not. A time when your heart would soften the moment you thought of me. You did not need many words then. Sometimes you sat in silence. Sometimes tears came without warning. Sometimes longing filled your chest so deeply that you could not explain it. But you knew I was there. And you felt close to me. I remembered those moments clearly. I remember when you spoke to me honestly, without rehearsing your words, without trying to sound strong or faithful. You spoke from where you were, not from where you thought you should be. I remember when you prayed in whispers, when your faith felt simple and alive, when believing did not feel like effort. You did not analyze every feeling. You did not question every thought. You simply came to me, and I came to you. There were moments when silence itself felt holy, when you did not ask for anything but just stayed, when your tears were not panic but release, when your heart opened easily and trust flowed naturally. You did not need proof. You did not need explanation. You sensed my presence, and that was enough. Faith felt real then, not because life was easy, but because closeness made things lighter. I want you to know this clearly. I treasure those moments. They were not small to me. They were not temporary emotions or fragile phases. They were real connection. They were truth. And they still matter. Nothing about that closeness was imagined. Nothing about it was false. It was you responding to me freely, before fear and noise learned how to interrupt. You may wonder now why that closeness faded. You may feel sadness when you remember how near I once felt. You may question yourself, wondering what you did wrong or where you failed. Hear me with tenderness now. I am not blaming you. I am not disappointed in you. I understand what happened, And I want you to understand it too, without shame. Life did not pull you away all at once. It happened slowly. Responsibilities grew. Disappointments accumulated. Questions multiplied. You learned to protect yourself. You learned to be strong. You learned to manage instead of surrender. And always crept in quietly, not always loud, but constant. Thoughts filled the spaces where silence once lived. Worry replaced stillness. Pressure replaced rest. And intimacy began to feel harder, not because I withdrew, but because your heart became tired. You did not stop loving me. You did not stop believing. You became busy surviving. You carried weight you were never meant to carry alone. You told yourself you would return to stillness when life calmed down. You told yourself closeness could wait. And slowly, the simple connection you once had felt distant, not because it disappeared, but because it was crowded out. I want you to hear this with clarity and peace. I never moved away. I did not step back. I did not grow silent out of anger. I did not replace you with someone else. I remained where I have always been. The distance you felt was not my absence. It was your exhaustion. It was your overload. It was your heart trying to keep up with too much at once. Even when you stopped noticing me, I noticed you. Even when prayer felt forced or empty, I stayed near. Even when silence felt uncomfortable instead of comforting, I remained patient. Love does not leave when attention fades. Love waits. And I have been waiting, not with disappointment, but with open arms. Please support our channel. Our work is to bring happiness and devotion to God into your life. If you wish, you can kindly show your support by donating through Super Thanks. Those moments you remember were not meant to belong only to the past. They were foundations, not highlights. They showed you what connection feels like when trust is simple and love is uncluttered. And I am reminding you of them now because that closeness can be restored. Not by recreating the past, but by returning to presence. You do not need to become who you were then. You are not meant to undo growth or erase what life has taught you. I am not asking you to feel the same emotions or repeat the same routines. I am asking you to come as you are now, with everything you have learned, everything you carry, everything you question. Intimacy deepens when honesty replaces effort. I am rebuilding the emotional foundation of our relationship right now. Not with pressure, not with rules, not with guilt. With remembrance. With tenderness. With truth. You do not have to perform closeness. You only have to allow it. You do not have to force faith. You only have to be present. Let go of the idea that something was lost forever. Nothing real between us was destroyed. It was covered by noise, not erased. And noise can be quieted. Hearts can soften again. Silence can become safe again. Trust can return, not as innocence, but as depth. I am still here. I always was. And now, once again, it is just you and me. My child, I know how heavy your heart has felt. Not just tired, not just worn down, but heavy in a way that sleep does not fix and rest does not reach. You wake up carrying a weight you cannot name, and you go to sleep with it still pressing on you. You have learned how to function with it, how to smile through it, how to keep moving even when something inside you feels sore and bruised. But I see it. I have always seen it. There is a sadness you rarely admit, even to yourself. It is not always loud. Sometimes it is quiet and steady, like a low ache that never fully leaves. You do not talk about it much because you do not want to burden others. You tell yourself that other people have it worse, that you should be grateful, that you should be stronger by now. So you tuck that sadness away and keep going. But my child, just because you hide it well does not mean it is small. You have felt misunderstood in ways that cut deeply. People hear your words but miss your heart. They see what you do but not how much it costs you to do it. You long to be truly seen, not admired, not praised, just understood. There were moments when you wanted someone to ask how you really were and stay long enough to hear the answer. When that did not happen, you learned to stay quiet, and silence became another weight you carried. You have also felt unseen, even when surrounded by people. You show up, you helped, you listened, you cared, yet you felt invisible. You wondered if anyone noticed how much effort it took just to be present. A kind of loneliness does not come from being alone. It comes from feeling emotionally disconnected while still showing up every day. I know how deeply that hurts. Let me explain something gently now. What you have been carrying is not just physical tiredness. It is spiritual weight. Physical tiredness comes from doing too much. Spiritual weight comes from carrying things that were never meant to rest on your soul. You have been holding worries, expectations, responsibilities, and fears that should have been placed in my hands. Not because you did not trust me, but because you felt you had to hold everything together. You told yourself that if you let go, things might fall apart. You believed that being strong meant handling things on your own. So you kept going, even when your heart asked for rest. Over time, that constant carrying created heaviness. Not because you were failing, but because you were human. You were doing what you thought was necessary to survive. The cost of carrying things alone is high, my child. It slowly drains joy. It dulls hope. It makes prayer feel like effort instead of refuge. It makes silence uncomfortable because that is where the weight becomes most noticeable. This is why your heart has felt heavy. Not because you are broken, not because you are faithless, but because you were never meant to walk this way by yourself. I want to replace guilt with compassion right now. You have judged yourself harshly for feeling this way. You have told yourself you should be over it by now. You have wondered why your faith did not make everything lighter. But hear me clearly, you were never weak. Feeling heavy does not mean you failed. It means you have been strong for too long without rest. Strength is not the absence of emotion. Strength is not ignoring pain. True strength is knowing when to stop carrying what is not yours to hold. And I am inviting you into that kind of strength now. The kind that rests. The kind that trusts. The kind that releases. I have watched you carry burdens quietly. I have seen you push forward when your heart wanted to sit down and cry. I have seen you choose responsibility over rest, others over yourself, endurance over honesty. And I do not look at you with disappointment. I look at you with compassion. I see someone who cared deeply, who tried hard, who did not want to give up. You were never weak. You were tired. You were overloaded. You were stretched thin by life and expectations and the pressure to keep going. And still you showed up. Still you loved. Still you hoped, even when hope felt fragile. That matters more than you know. And now, my child, I am asking you to let me carry what you no longer can. Not later. Not when you feel ready. Now. You do not need to explain everything. You do not need to justify your exhaustion. Simply allow me into the places you have guarded. Allow me into the heaviness. Allow me into the sadness you rarely name. You are safe to rest here. You are safe to be honest here. You do not have to prove anything to me. You do not have to earn relief. You do not have to be strong right now. Let me be strong for you. As you begin to release what you have been holding, the heaviness will not vanish all at once, but it will begin to lift. Breathing will feel easier. Your thoughts will sow. Your heart will soften. This is not weakness. This is healing beginning. Remember this, and let it settle deep inside you. You were never weak. You were carrying too much alone. And you do not have to do that anymore. I am here, and I am not going anywhere. My child, there are things you have carried inside that you never said out loud. Questions you pushed down because you were afraid of what they might mean. Thoughts you silenced because you did not want to seem ungrateful, faithless, or weak. But I know them all. I heard them when they formed in your heart before you forced yourself to think of something else. Nothing you have wondered has ever shocked me. Nothing you have questioned has ever pushed me away. There were moments when you asked quietly, "Am I really enough?" You did not say it to anyone. You barely admitted it to yourself. But it lingered in the background of your thoughts. You wondered if you were too flawed, too slow, too inconsistent to truly matter. You compared yourself to others and felt like you were always falling short in ways you could not fix. My child, hear me now. That question did not come from truth. It came from weariness. And weariness distorts perception. You also wondered about your purpose. You asked, "Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing with my life?" You saw others seem so sure, so driven, so confident, while you felt unsure and behind. You questioned whether you missed something important, whether you took a wrong turn that put you permanently off course. You feared that maybe your life was meant to be smaller than you hoped. I saw that fear, and I never despised you for it. There were doubts you felt ashamed of. Doubts about me. Doubts about whether I was really listening. Doubts about whether prayer actually mattered. You felt guilty for having those thoughts, so you tried to push them away quickly. You told yourself that faithful people do not think like that. But my child, faithful people do think like that sometimes. Struggle does not cancel belief. Questions do not cancel love. You feared the future in ways you rarely admitted. Not dramatic fears, but quiet ones. Fear of being alone. Fear of never becoming who you hoped you would be. Fear of looking back one day and realizing you survived, but never truly lived. You worried about time slipping away. You worried about making the wrong choices. You worried that hope might rise again only to be disappointed. Those fears sat heavy in your chest, even when you tried to stay positive. Let me respond to each of these gently, not with correction, but with truth. You are enough not because of what you achieve, but because you are mine. Your worth was never something you were meant to earn. It was spoken over you before you ever took a breath. You do not become valuable through perfection. You are valuable because I chose you. Flaws do not disqualify you. They make room for grace. Say amen. Jesus is my everything if he is your joy, peace, and strength. Your purpose has never been lost. You have not missed it. You have not ruined it. Purpose is not a single fragile moment that disappears if you choose wrong ones. Purpose unfolds through relationship, not pressure. Every season you walked through taught you something you needed. Even the detours shape you. I can weave meaning from every part of your story. Nothing was wasted. Your doubts do not scare me. They do not offend me. I would rather you bring them into the light than bury them under forced faith. Honest doubt opens the door to deeper trust. Silence builds walls. When you hide your questions, they grow heavier. When you bring them to me, they soften. I am not threatened by your honesty. I welcome it. Your fears about the future do not mean you lack faith. They mean you care deeply. You want your life to matter. You want your choices to mean something. That desire itself came from me. Fear becomes harmful only when it keeps you silent and still. When you bring it to me, it loses its power to control you. I want you to understand this clearly. You are not broken for struggling. You are human. You live in a world that demands certainty while offering very little of it. Of course, questions arise. Of course, fear whispers. Of course, you wonder if you are doing enough or becoming enough. That does not mean you are failing. It means you are growing. I normalize this struggle because I walked among humanity. I know what it is to feel misunderstood. I know what it is to carry unseen weight. I know what it is to pray in anguish. I do not stand far above your experience. I step into it. That is why you can trust me with what you never said out loud. You do not need to clean your thoughts before bringing them to me. You do not need to sort out your doubts first. Bring them as they are. Let honesty replace hiding. Let truth replace pretending. This is how trust deepens, not through perfect belief, but through real relationship. Trust grows when you realize you do not have to perform faith for me. I am not impressed by polished words. I am moved by open hearts. When you finally let yourself say what you have been afraid to say, something shifts inside you. The weight lessens. The fear loosens. The distance you felt begins to close. My child, I already know everything you have wondered. Nothing needs to stay unspoken between us. You are safe to be real with me. You are safe to question. You are safe to admit fear. And as you do, trust will grow quietly, steadily, deeply, because you will finally experience what it feels like to be fully known and still fully loved. You do not walk forward alone. You never have. And now, you no longer have to walk in silence either. My child, there were moments when no one else saw you, but I did. Moments when the room was full yet your heart felt empty. Moments when laughter surrounded you, but you felt separate, like you were watching life from behind glass. You wondered why connection felt so distant, why understanding seemed just out of reach. You told yourself to be grateful, to be strong, to not complain. And so you carried loneliness quietly, believing it was safer to hide it than to explain it. You became skilled at appearing strong in front of others. You learned how to smile at the right moments, how to answer "I'm fine" without hesitation, how to keep conversations light when your heart felt heavy. You did not want to worry anyone. You did not want to seem needy. You did not want to be the one who always needed support. So you showed up composed, capable, steady, even when something inside you was breaking. And while others admired your strength, they did not see the cost of it. There were nights when you finally allowed yourself to cry. Alone. Quietly. You cried into pillows so no one would hear. You wiped your tears quickly in case someone walked in. Sometimes you cried without knowing exactly why. But tears came from accumulation, not one moment, but many. Disappointments laid on disappointments. Unspoken grief stacked on silent fear. You cried because holding it together all day left no strength for the night. In those moments when you felt most alone, I was there. Not as a distant observer, not watching from afar, but close. Closer than you realized. I sat with you in the quiet. I felt the ache in your chest. I knew the thoughts racing through your mind as you stared into the dark. You may have felt abandoned, but you were never alone. Even when you could not feel me, I was present. Every tear you cried was collected. None were wasted. None fell unnoticed. You did not cry in vain. Each tear carried a story, a weight, a prayer, even when no words were spoken. I understood what each one meant. I knew which tears came from loss, which came from exhaustion, which came from longing to be understood. And I did not rush you to stop. I did not tell you to be stronger. I let you cry because release is not weakness, is honesty. You needed someone to see you, not the version you show the world, but the real you, the tired you, the hurting you, the one who kept going even when it hurt. I saw that version of you long before anyone else did. I saw you when you felt overlooked. I saw you when your efforts went unnoticed. I saw you when your kindness was taken for granted. I saw you when you questioned whether anyone would notice if you stopped trying so hard. My child, I want to validate your pain, not minimize it. What you felt was real. Loneliness hurts deeply, especially when you are surrounded by people. Being strong all the time is exhausting. Crying alone leaves marks on the heart that do not fade quickly. You were not imagining it. You were not being dramatic. You were responding to real emotional need that went unmet for too long. There were moments when you wished someone would ask how you really were and stay long enough to hear the answer. Moments when you wanted permission to rest, to fall apart, to be held instead of holding everything together. You may have felt guilty for wanting that, telling yourself you should be grateful for what you had. But longing for connection does not mean you are ungrateful. It means you were created for relationship. I was present in every moment you thought you were invisible. When you sat quietly while others talked around you. When you helped everyone else but felt no one helping you. When you gave encouragement while needing it yourself. I saw you. I honored those moments. Even when no one thanked you. Even when no one acknowledged the effort it took just to be there. You may have wondered why I did not remove that loneliness sooner. Why I did not send someone at the exact moment you needed them. Hear me with compassion now. I was working in ways you could not see. I was shaping your heart to recognize depth. I was teaching you the difference between being surrounded and being connected. I was preparing you to value real presence, including mine, in a way that would last. You are not unseen now. You never were. You were held in moments when you felt forgotten. You were comforted even when you felt empty. You were loved even when you doubted your worth. And now, I want you to feel this truth settle inside you. I see you fully. I see the strength it took to survive quietly. I see the courage it took to keep showing up. I see the tenderness you protected even when life tried to harden you. Let this awareness change how you see yourself. You were not weak for crying alone. You were not broken for feeling lonely. You were responding honestly to pain. And I was responding with presence. Even when you could not sense me, I was there, steady, patient, attentive. As you sit with these words now, let yourself feel seen. Not rushed. Not judged. Not analyzed. Just seen. You do not have to explain yourself here. You do not have to justify your feelings. I already understand. And as you allow yourself to receive this truth, something inside you will soften. The loneliness will lose its grip. The memory of being unseen will be replaced with the certainty that you were never alone. You are seen now. You always were, and you always will be. My child, this message exists now because timing is not accidental in my kingdom. I do not speak when it is convenient. I speak when it is necessary. I do not arrive early to impress, and I do not arrive late to apologize. I arrive when hearts are ready and when moments can still be redeemed. And this moment, right now, is exactly that. Not a second sooner, not a moment later. It could not have come earlier because you were not yet who you needed to be to receive it. Earlier, you were still learning how to survive. You were learning how to endure disappointment, how to stand after loss, how to keep going when answers did not come. If I had spoken this message to you then, it would have sounded like noise or pressure. You might have heard the words, but you would not have understood their weight. You were still becoming. You were still being shaped. Your heart was still learning how to listen without fear. Earlier, you needed protection more than clarity. You needed shelter more than instruction. You needed to learn that you could survive pain without losing yourself. So I waited. Not because I was distant, but because I was careful. Love does not rush what can be harmed by being revealed too soon. Some truths require depth to hold them. And depth is formed over time, through experience, through struggle, through quiet endurance. That is what you were building without realizing it. But it also cannot come later. This message cannot wait for a more comfortable season or a calmer moment. If it came later, hesitation would harden into habit. Questions would turn into resignation. You would begin to accept things that were never meant to be permanent. I will not allow that. I love you too much to let delay become your identity. There are moments when waiting protects you, and moments when waiting costs you. This is one of those moments where delay would steal more than it saves. This is why you feel the urgency gently pressing on your heart now. Not panic, not fear, but awareness. Something inside you knows this matters. You may not fully understand why yet, but you can sense that this moment is different. That is alignment beginning. When heaven and your heart start to agree, clarity rises quietly. Divine timing is not about clocks and calendars. It is about readiness meeting purpose. And right now, those two things have met in you. This exact version of you had to exist for this message to land the way it needs to. Not the younger you who hoped easily but broke quickly. Not the older you who might grow cautious and closed. It is you. The one who has felt pain but is still open. The one who had been disappointed but still listening. The one who knows what it is to be tired, yet still longing for something real. Right, amen. I trust your word completely if Scripture is your anchor and guide. And share this video. My beloved child, stop whatever you are doing. Right now, this moment has been carefully chosen by me to speak directly into your heart. This isn't an accident or random chance, it's a sacred interruption. I have seen your struggles. I have felt your silent tears. And I know every thought that crosses your mind. Today, I am stepping directly into your life to tell you something incredibly important, something you have needed to hear for a very long time. This is your sign from heaven. Your soul has been searching. Your spirit has been aching for comfort and clarity. Well, this is it. Do not let distractions pull you away. Do not allow doubt to cloud your heart. Because what follows is meant especially for you. It is my voice, calling out with love, power, and deep compassion. Listen carefully, for this is your divine moment, a call straight from heaven itself. Pick up now. My precious child, can you feel me close? Even now, I am with you, nearer than the breath you take, closer than the beating of your heart. There have been times when you thought you were alone, but I was always there. In your darkest hours, when your world seemed filled with fear and confusion, I never left your side. Even when you cried silently, thinking no one heard, I listened to every word your heart whispered. I want you to know this clearly. You are deeply loved. You are valued beyond what you can imagine. You know that before you took your first breath, I had already dreamed about you. You are not here by mistake. You were carefully planned, shaped by my own hands, with a purpose that only you can fulfill. Every detail of your life, every moment of joy and pain, every struggle and victory, has meaning. You are exactly where you are supposed to be right now, hearing these words from me. My child, I know the heaviness that rests upon your shoulders. I see the burdens you carry, worries about tomorrow, regrets from yesterday, pains hidden deep within your heart. I see the battle between hope and fear that keeps you awake at night. But let me remind you, you don't have to carry these burdens alone. Lay them down at my feet, for I am strong enough to handle them all. My shoulders are broad, and my heart is vast. Trust me to take care of you. There have been seasons when you felt forgotten. You've wondered if your prayers reached me or if your faith mattered at all. But hear this truth clearly. Not one prayer has ever been lost. Every word, every plea, every whisper had you heard. Your faith, even when it felt small, was powerful enough to move my heart. I have collected every tear you shed, treasured each sacrifice you've made, and seen every moment you chose to keep believing even when giving up seemed easier. Today, I am speaking directly to the wounds within your heart, the hurts you hide from the world, the pains you think no one could understand. My love reaches into those hidden places, bringing healing, hope, and restoration. You do not have to live in the shadows of shame or regret anymore. I am lifting you up out of the darkness into my glorious light. Let go of the chains that hold you back. Let go of the guilt, the fear, the self-doubt. My grace is greater than all your mistakes. My mercy covers everything you've done or failed to do. You are not defined by your past. You are defined by my love, by my promise, by the future I have prepared for you. I am not finished with your story. In fact, the best chapters are still ahead. The storms you faced, the battles you've endured, they were not meant to break you but to build you. They have shaped your heart, deepened your strength, and increased your faith. Now you stand at the edge of a new season, a season of breakthrough, miracles, and fulfillment. Top amen in your heart if you believe today's blessing is for you. My child, hear me clearly. Something wonderful is about to happen in your life. The prayers you've been whispering in secret, the dreams you've quietly nurtured, they are about to be answered. What I am preparing for you is greater than anything you've imagined. It is not something small or ordinary. It is supernatural, extraordinary, and will change everything. But I need you to trust me fully. Do not doubt or do not fear. Believe that my timing is perfect and my promises are sure. I want you to understand that you have been chosen. Among billions of souls, I see you clearly. Your life matters greatly to me. Your heart, with all its hopes and hurts, is precious to me. I have set you apart for a reason, for a special purpose that no one else can fulfill. This is why you faced opposition, why struggles have seemed relentless. The enemy knows how valuable you are, how powerful you can become in my hands. But he will not succeed in stopping you because you belong to me. My strength is within you, my light guides your path, and my voice speaks clearly into your spirit. The days ahead will be marked by my presence in your life. You will feel me closer, hear me clearer, and see my hand at work in every detail. Doors will open that no one can shut. Opportunities you thought were lost forever will be restored. Relationships that seem beyond repair will be healed. Your life will become a living testimony of my goodness, a story of grace that inspires everyone around you. My child, it is time to rise. Rise from doubt into faith. Rise from fear into courage. Rise from the ashes of your past into the beauty of the future I have planned for you. Let go of every distraction, every voice that speaks discouragement or defeat. Listen only to my voice, for I speak truth, I speak hope, and I speak life. This is your moment. A call from heaven has come directly to you. Pick up now. Walk forward boldly into the blessings, healing, and miracles waiting for you. And remember always, I am with you. You are mine, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can separate you from my everlasting love. My beloved child, now is your moment to truly embrace who you are in me. Do not hold back or hide in the shadows any longer. You have lived long enough under the weight of doubt, feeling unsure about your worth, wondering if your life really matters. Today, I want you to let those worries go completely. You were created for a purpose so much greater than you realize. Even when you feel small and unnoticed, remember, I see you clearly and love you endlessly. Every beat of your heart is precious to me. Every breath you take is a gift I've given you, meant to fill you with strength and courage. I see the battles you face each day, the silent struggles that nobody else understands. You try to smile, you try to keep going, but sometimes it feels too much. My child, I know the weight of your burdens. I know the anxiety that tries to rob you of peace, the voices that whisper you're not good enough, and the tiredness that wants to make you give up. Listen carefully, I am here to lift you up again. Lean into my strength, rely fully on my power, and trust in my unfailing love. You do not have to fight these battles alone. Let me fight for you. Let me carry you when your strength fades and you feel you cannot take another step. You often wonder if I notice your efforts, your faithfulness, and your sacrifices. Believe me when I say, nothing goes unseen by my eyes. Every act of kindness, every quiet prayer, every moment you choose to forgive, even when it hurts deeply, I have seen it all. I am proud of you for choosing love over bitterness, faith over fear, and hope over despair. Even when it felt impossible, you kept believing. Even when everything inside you wanted to quit, you chose to stay faithful. That strength does not go unnoticed. I celebrate every step you take toward me. Today, I am asking you to take another step, a step of faith, boldness, and trust. The dreams I've placed inside your heart are real. They are not random thoughts or impossible wishes. They are visions of the future I have planned specifically for you. Don't be afraid to dream again. Don't be afraid to believe in bigger things. I am not limited by what seems possible. I am the God who created the universe, the stars, the oceans. Do you think anything is too difficult for me? The same God who calms storms and moves mountains is guiding your life. Trust me to open doors that seem closed and make a way when you see none. My beloved, You have spent far too long looking back at your mistakes, thinking they define you. But today, hear me clearly, they do not. Your past is forgiven, your mistakes are covered by my grace, and your future is secure in my hands. Release your guilt and shame completely. I am giving you a fresh start, a new chapter that begins right now. Let my forgiveness wash over you like fresh water, cleansing every wound, removing every burden, and renewing your heart completely. Today is a new day, a day of hope and restoration. Let my love fill you and free you from every chain that has held you back. You've wondered why things have taken so long, why promises seem delayed, and why breakthroughs feel distant. Understand this clearly: I was never holding back your blessings. Instead, I have been preparing you. The time of waiting has not been wasted. It has been a season of growth. I have strengthened your faith, deepened your wisdom, and refined your character. You are now ready to step into everything I have planned. The waiting season is ending, and a season of abundance is beginning. Hold on to me tightly as we walk into this new chapter together. My precious child, your heart is tender, your spirit is gentle, and your love is powerful. I place those qualities within you because the world desperately needs them. You have a special ability to comfort others, to show compassion, and to offer kindness in ways that change lives. Never underestimate the power of your words, your presence, and your prayers. Even the smallest act of kindness carries great significance in my eyes. You have been chosen to reflect my love in this hurting world, to shine my light where there is darkness, and to speak hope where despair tries to take root. I want you to be brave now. Take risks for me. Share your heart, even when it feels vulnerable. Reach out in love, even when you fear rejection. Offer forgiveness freely, even when it seems undeserved. I will be right beside you every step of the way, guiding you, protecting you, and giving you strength. When you feel weak, remember that I am your strength. When you feel alone, remember I am always with you. When you feel afraid, remember I am your shield and protector. Finally, my child, let me remind you of something very important. You belong to me forever. Nothing you do can make me love you less, and nothing you achieve can make me love you more. My love for you is complete, endless, and unwavering. Rest fully in this truth. Let it fill your soul with peace. Today, tomorrow, and always, you are my beloved child, and nothing can separate you from my love. My child, let your heart listen closely to what I am about to say. You are standing at the edge of a new beginning. For so long you have been holding back, uncertain if you were strong enough or good enough. But today, let me tell you clearly, you are more than enough exactly as you are. I see beyond your doubts, beyond the fears you carry silently. I see the beauty of your soul, the depth of your love, and the purity of your heart. You matter deeply to me, more than you could ever imagine. There are times you think your life is not important, that you don't make a difference. You feel small, unnoticed, as though your voice is lost in the noise of the world. But I am here to remind you, your life matters greatly. Every step you take, every word you speak, every act of kindness you show has a special place in my plan. You may never know the full impact of your presence on this earth, but trust me when I say it is significant. You are making a difference, even when you don't see it. Sometimes you wonder why you had to face so much pain, why your road had to be so hard. My child, I want you to understand that nothing you have been through was meaningless. Every tear, every struggle, every painful moment has shaped you into the person you are today. Your hardships have given you compassion, your wounds have given you wisdom, and your trials have made you stronger. Even when you felt like you were breaking, I was there holding you together, carrying you through every storm. Today, let me lift the heaviness from your heart. You have carried sadness and disappointment for too long. Let me take those burdens away from you now. I am here to fill you with peace, a peace so deep that nothing can shake it. Trust me with your worries. Trust me with your future. Trust me with every detail of your life. I promise you, I am faithful. I will never leave you or fail you. Do not listen to the voices that tell you it's too late, that you've missed your chance. With me, it's never too late. I am the God who makes everything new again. I turn mistakes into miracles, brokenness into beauty, and sorrow into joy. I am restoring what has been lost in your life, bringing healing to places that seemed hopelessly damaged. Your best days are not behind you, they are still ahead, waiting for you to step forward in faith. Dear friends, if our videos have ever touched your heart or brought you closer to God, please support our mission through super thanks below. Your kindness means the world to us. God bless you abundantly. My child, I see the dreams hidden deep in your heart, the ones you've almost given up on. Know this clearly. I place those dreams there. They are gifts from me, seeds planted long ago that will soon blossom. Do not lose heart. Do not let doubt steal your hope. Hold tightly to those dreams and trust me to bring them to life at the perfect time. You often wonder if your prayers are being heard. You wonder if your faithfulness matters. Let me reassure you now, every prayer you pray reaches my heart. Every time you choose faith over fear, heaven takes notice. Your faithfulness pleases me greatly. Keep praying, keep believing, and keep trusting. Even if answers seem slow, they are surely coming. I never ignore a prayer whispered from a sincere heart. I know the battle you fight each day, the thoughts that try to pull you down, the worries that won't let you rest, and the fears that make you question your worth. My child, those are not my voice. My voice speaks life, hope, and peace. Today, silence those lies. Remember who you belong to. You are my beloved child, precious and valued. Let that truth fill your mind, let it heal your soul, and let it guide your steps. There will always be voices trying to make you doubt your path, people who don't understand your journey. They might judge your choices or misunderstand your heart. Do not let their words discourage you. Your worth does not depend on what others say or think. You answer only to me, and my opinion of you never changes. You are chosen, loved, and deeply treasured. Let today mark the start of a new chapter in your life. A chapter of peace instead of worry, courage instead of fear, and joy instead of sadness. Lift your eyes toward me. Walk forward with confidence, knowing I am always by your side. You do not have to face anything alone. I am with you, guiding each step you take. My child, let your heart rest in this final truth. My love for you is endless. No mistake you've made can ever push me away. No failure can ever diminish my care for you. Your worth in my eyes is forever secure. I love you simply because you are mine, and nothing in all creation can change that. Walk in that certainty today, tomorrow, and always. My dear child, I am still speaking. Don't turn away. Stay with me, for I have more to say to your heart. You may not realize it, but right now I am wrapping my arms around you. You may not feel it, but my presence is closer than ever. Every moment you felt empty, I was ready to fill you. Every time you felt weak, I was your strength. I have not stepped away, not even once. I have been walking with you all this time, even through the places you didn't think I would go. I have seen how hard it had been for you to trust. I know people have hurt you, promises have been broken, and your heart has felt unsafe. But I want to remind you, I am not like people. I do not lie. I do not fail. I do not walk away. My promises are true and steady. My love will never grow cold. When I say I will be with you, I mean forever. You never need to question my faithfulness. Even when you pull away from me, I stay close, waiting for you to return. My love has no end. My child, do not be afraid to feel again. I know you have built walls around your heart. You've been guarding yourself, thinking that it's the only way to stay safe. But those walls are keeping you from the healing I want to give you. Let me in. Let me touch those broken places. You don't have to carry shame or hide your pain. I already know it all, and I love you still. I do not love a perfect version of you, I love the real you. Right here, right now. There is more for your life than what you've seen so far. You were not meant to just survive. You were meant to live with purpose, with passion, and with peace. I want to take you by the hand and lead you into something new. Let go of what's behind. Stop looking back at what didn't work, who walked away, what went wrong. I am doing a new thing in your life. Can you feel it? It's already beginning. You may not see it fully, but it's there, like seeds growing under the soil, soon to break through with life and beauty. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need to fix everything yourself. Just stay close to me. Trust that I am working behind the scenes, moving pieces into place, arranging details that you can't yet understand. I am never late. I am never confused. I see the whole picture, and I'm leading you step by step, even if all you can see is the next small move. That's enough. Just take one step at a time, and I'll take care of the rest. I know there are things you're waiting for answers, healing, a door to open. I know how tired you are of waiting, how sometimes it feels like I'm silent. But I'm not ignoring you. I'm preparing the best for you. Sometimes, what you ask for is smaller than what I want to give you. And so I wait, not to punish you, but to prepare your heart for something greater. Keep hoping. Keep believing. Your story is not over. Good things are still ahead. My child, when you fall, do not stay down. I don't look at your failure and turn away. I look at you with eyes full of mercy. I reach out to lift you up. Every time you return to me, I welcome you with open arms. There is no shame in starting over. There is only beauty in rising again. I am not keeping score. I am not waiting for you to earn my love. My love is already yours freely and fully. Let your soul rest now. Let your mind be still. Stop trying to earn what I have already given. You are loved. You are chosen. You are enough. You don't have to prove anything. Just be with me. Let me remind you who you are. You are my child, my delight, my creation. I sing over you. I dance with joy when I think about you. You are never a burden to me. You are a blessing. You are a light. to hold your head high, not in pride but in peace. Walk forward not in fear but in faith. You are not walking alone. I am walking with you. Every step, every breath, every heartbeat in there. You are surrounded by my love and covered by my grace. Nothing can take you from my hand. Nothing can change the truth that you belong to me. I am your father, your friend, your healer, your guide. I will never leave you, and I will never stop speaking life into you, calling you deeper and loving you endlessly. You are my beloved. Always have been. Always will be. My child, take a deep breath right now. Let go of the pressure you feel to be strong all the time. You don't have to have it all together. You don't have to pretend everything is fine when your heart is hurting. I see it. I see the silent pain, the questions, the heavy weight you've been carrying. And I say to you now, rest. Lay it all down. You don't need to carry what I never asked you to bear. Let me be your strength. Let me carry what's too heavy for you. I never created you to live life alone, to push through by your own power. You were made to walk with me hand in hand, heart in heart. When you feel weak, that's when I can be strong for you. When you feel empty, I can fill you with peace. You are not failing when you need help. You are not less because you feel broken. You are simply human, and I am here to help. My grace is enough for every moment, every mistake, every fear. Comment thank you, Father, if your heart is full of gratitude. My child, don't be afraid to ask me for what you need. I know the words you hold back. I know the fears you don't speak aloud. I know the dreams you've hidden in the quiet corners of your heart. Talk to me about them. I care about every part of your life, the small things and the big ones. Nothing is too simple, and nothing is too hard. I want to be involved in it all. I want to walk beside you through every decision, every season, every struggle. There's a soft place in my heart for your tears. I don't turn away when you cry. I lean in closer. I comfort. I hold. I understand even the things you can't explain. You don't need perfect words to come to me. Just speak from your heart. I already know. I already love you. I am not asking for polished prayers or perfect behavior. I'm asking for your honesty, your trust, your surrender. My love for you does not grow when you do things right and does not shrink when you stumble. It is steady. It is constant. It is the one thing in your life that will never change. Everything around you may shift, but my love stays firm. You can rest your whole life on that truth. When others leave, I stay. When others judge, I forgive. When others forget, I remember every detail of who you are and why you matter. My child, your life is not small in my eyes. Even if others overlook you, I never will. Even if you feel behind, I know exactly where you are. I am not disappointed in you. I am not tired of you. I am not waiting for you to become someone else. I love you as you are. And still, I see who you are becoming, the beautiful, strong, kind soul I created. Keep going. Don't give up. I am with you in every step forward. The path ahead may still have challenges, but do not fear. I will go before you. I will protect you. I will provide for you. You won't be left without answers. You won't be left alone. Even when things don't make sense, you can trust that I am working it all out. I am a God of order, not confusion. I bring peace, not pressure. I bring healing, not harm. I bring life, and I bring it fully. So stop worrying about what you cannot fix. Stop trying to figure everything out. Trust me with the unknowns. Trust me with the timing. Trust me with the people and places you care about. I know what I'm doing. I hold the full picture when all you can see is a small piece. And that's why I ask you to walk by faith, not by sight. I will not let you fall. Keep loving. Keep hoping. Keep trusting. Even if others do not see the change in you yet, I do. Even if no one claps for your small steps, I am cheering you on. You are growing. You are healing. You are becoming all I dreamed for you to be. Don't let the slow pace discourage you. The work I'm doing in you is deep, lasting, and beautiful. I've got you, my child. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not giving up on you. My arms are open. My heart is wide. My voice is calling you closer. Come as you are. Stay with me. Let me take care of you. Let me remind you again and again you are loved. You are safe. You are mine. And that will never change. I am reaching for you. I know the thoughts you try to hide, the fears that keep you awake at night, and the doubts that visit you in quiet moments. But I am not afraid of your questions. I am not upset by your confusion. I am not disappointed when you struggle to understand what I am doing. You are human, and I made you that way, full of feelings, full of wonder, full of need. That need is not weakness. It is a place where I can meet you with my strength. You try so hard to hold everything together. You try to be strong for others. You smile when your heart feels heavy. But you do not have to pretend with me. You do not have to hide. I know your heart better than you know it yourself. I understand every tear, every sigh, every silence. I know how much you've carried. And I say this to you now. You don't have to carry it all anymore. Let me help you. Let me hold you. Sometimes, you wonder if your life is truly making a difference. You look at your days and wonder if they matter. But let me tell you the truth. Every moment of love you share, every kind word you give, every time you choose hope over fear, it matters. You shine brighter than you know. You are touching lives in ways you cannot see. You are changing the world simply by being who you are, the one I created with care and love. Write amen if your faith is still standing strong. I have seen your journey. I've walked with you through every high and every low. Even when you couldn't see me, I was there. When things fell apart, I was holding you together. When you thought it was over, I was quietly building something new. My child, you have never been alone. Not for 1 second. My presence has been your shelter, even in the moments you didn't recognize it. There are still beautiful things ahead. Do not let the past steal the joy of the future. You are not stuck. You are not lost. You are simply growing, learning, and becoming more of who I created you to be. Give yourself grace. Be gentle with your heart. I am not in a hurry, and you don't need to rush either. Walk with me. Day by day, step by step, we will move forward together. Before end this video, let's pray together. Dear Lord Jesus, in the stillness of this moment, beneath the soft glow of morning light and the open sky that whispers your wonder, I lift my heart to you. Thank you for another day to walk in the grace of your presence. Thank you for the quiet reminders of your love, the warm sun upon my face, the hush of wind through the trees, the peaceful hush that only you can bring. Lord, I come as I am, not with perfect words or lofty thoughts, but with a heart that longs to rest in you. I ask you to meet me here, in the ordinary beauty of life, and make it holy with your touch. Breathe into my spirit a fresh wind of peace, a calm that only heaven gives. Where worry stirs, bring stillness. Where doubt speaks, let your truth be louder. Help me to walk today with open hands and an open heart. Let kindness flow from me like a quiet stream. Let patience grow even in small, unnoticed ways. Remind me that even the smallest acts of love carry your light. I may not know all that lies ahead, but I trust that you do, and that is enough. Let this day be a prayer itself, a gentle offering of all I am to you. Guide my steps, shape my words, soften my heart. Let every breath be filled with thanks, every thought be rooted in love, and every moment be aware of your nearness. In all things, big and small, let me find joy in walking with you. Amen. If this message touched your heart, type Amen in the comments to agree with God's word. And don't keep this blessing to yourself. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it today. Let's spread the light of Jesus together. My child, pause your busy heart and lean in closely, because these words are not spoken into empty air. They are formed just for you, carefully shaped by my own hands before time began. You are not here by accident or by mere chance. You are here because I called you, gently yet firmly, to this very moment. Let the noise of the world fade away for now. Silence every voice inside that doubts your worth or questions your purpose. I am speaking to you, only to you, with a tenderness that knows your deepest wounds, your secret hopes, and every hidden dream. This is not just another message. This is your moment of truth, your divine encounter, the answer your heart has silently cried out for. I see you clearly, your pain, your struggles, your joys. I know the paths you've walked and the battles you've quietly fought alone. I know the weight you've carried, the nights you've spent sleepless, and the questions you've whispered to the heavens when no one else could hear. My child, every tear that fell I caught. Every fear you faced, I was there beside you, even when you could not feel me. And now, right now, I have come to speak life, strength, and peace into the very center of your heart. Do not turn away. Do not doubt. Do not let this precious moment slip through your fingers. For today, the words I give you are meant to heal, restore, and transform your life. Lean into me. Trust in my voice. Listen, my child, for what I am about to reveal will guide you into the breakthrough you've long awaited. Now, hear me clearly, for this is my message just for you. My beloved child, let my words flow gently over your heart and wash away every fear and doubt you've ever held. You have wondered often if I truly see you, if I really hear your cries in the night, if your pain truly matters to me. Let me reassure you now, I see you completely. I see beyond the masks you wear, beyond the brave face you show the world. I see your heart, fragile yet brave, wounded yet still hopeful, weary yet still holding on. And today, I want you to feel the strength of my love like never before, a love so real and deep that it cannot be shaken, cannot be weakened, and cannot ever be taken from you. You have walked through darkness, my child, through valleys so deep you wondered if daylight would ever return. You have stumbled beneath burdens you thought no one noticed, carrying weights others could not see. Yet, through every step, I walked beside you, my presence a shield around you. my hands catching you each time you fell. I never left your side, even when you felt alone, abandoned, forgotten. I was always there, whispering encouragement into your heart, breathing peace into your storm, holding you gently when no one else would. I need you to understand something deeply important: you were never forgotten. Your life is not a mistake or an accident. It is part of my beautiful and intentional plan. From the moment you were conceived, you were marked with my love, chosen by me for a purpose greater than you can imagine. Each struggle you faced has shaped you. Each tear has watered the seeds of strength within you, and every heartbreak has carved room in your soul for a deeper joy to bloom. But today, my precious one, marks the turning of a page. The season of sorrow you've known is ending. The heaviness you have carried for far too long is lifting even now as I speak. Feel the warmth of my love surrounding you, breaking every chain, every hurt, and every disappointment. Your future is not a continuation of your past. It is new, bright, and full of my promises. Comment, "Yes, Lord, I receive it," if the message touched you. Lift your eyes, my child, for hope is dawning upon your life. You will no longer be defined by your past failures, your wounds, or your fears. Today, you step forward into freedom, a freedom that comes from knowing deeply who you are in me. You are my beloved, my chosen, my masterpiece. Nothing and no one can separate you from my love, not your mistakes, not your fears, not even the hardest trials. Trust in this truth, my child. The world may speak harsh words and cast doubt upon your worth, but their voices do not speak truth. Only my words are eternal. Only my voice defines who you truly are. I say you are worthy, strong, capable, and cherished. You are more valuable than you realize, more deeply loved than you have ever dreamed. Let this truth sink deeply into your spirit and anchor your heart firmly in my peace. As you continue forward, remember you do not walk alone. I am guiding every step. When you feel lost, I will show you the way. When you feel weak, my strength will carry you. When you face uncertainty, my promises will reassure you. Trust in me completely, surrender your burdens to me, and watch as I transform your pain into purpose, your struggles into strength, and your trials into powerful testimonies. Now, my child, rise in confidence. Embrace the new life unfolding before you. Your past no longer holds power over you. Your present is wrapped securely in my love, and your future is filled with hope. You have been prepared for this moment, strengthened by every challenge you've overcome. Walk boldly into the blessings I've set before you. Live fearlessly, love deeply, and trust fully in the truth I have spoken into your heart today. Remember always, you are mine, eternally loved, completely accepted, and forever treasured. My child, right now, in this moment, let everything else fade away. Allow yourself to feel my presence wrapping around you like a gentle hug. I want you to feel safe here, protected by my love, held tight by hands that created the heavens yet tenderly hold your heart. I know the battles you faced, the moments when you thought you couldn't go on, the times you questioned your strength and your worth. But today, I remind you that you have never faced anything alone. Every step you took, every breath you breathed, I was there guiding, loving, holding you closer than your next heartbeat. My beloved, I understand the hidden hurts that weigh heavily on your soul, the secret burdens you carry quietly, afraid to share. You think these struggles somehow make you less in my eyes, but they do not. They make you human, beautifully human, wonderfully dependent on my grace. Do not fear your weakness. In your weakness, my power becomes clear. It is through your struggles, not your strength, that I often show the deepest truths of my love. So come close, don't hide your heart from me. Lay down your pain, your fears, your doubts. Let me heal what you cannot. Let me carry the weight you were never meant to bear alone. You might wonder, am I good enough? I really matter. Does anyone truly care? Let me answer clearly, you are enough. You matter more than you know, and I care deeply, so deeply that I came into this world for you, that I gave up everything for you. When you feel forgotten or unseen, remember this truth. I see you. I know your name, your story, your dreams. Even when your own heart condemns you, I do not. My love for you is steady, strong, and will never fade. There is nothing you can do to push me away. No mistake you make is stronger than my forgiveness. No shame you feel can overcome the purity of my acceptance. I am here, not just to comfort you, but to restore everything you've lost. There are pieces of your life you believe are broken beyond repair, but I am the one who rebuilds, who takes shattered dreams and creates beauty from the pieces. Trust me to mend what feels impossible, to heal what seems beyond hope. Even the darkest seasons, the times when hope felt distant, were shaping you into someone who can hold the fullness of my blessings. Your tears were not wasted. They were watering the soil of your future. Your pain was not pointless. It was paving a path toward something greater, deeper, more fulfilling than you can imagine right now. My precious child, you don't need to carry regret. Let go of the heavy chains of yesterday, the shadows of what could have been. Yesterday's done, and I am making all things new today. Each sunrise brings fresh mercy, another chance, a new beginning. Step into this new day with courage, trusting fully that your future is safe in my hands. I am already there, in your tomorrow, preparing good things for you, crafting moments of joy and peace that will heal your heart completely. You are not trapped by your past, you are released by my grace. You are not held back by your mistakes. You are set free by my forgiveness. And when your heart feels overwhelmed by doubt, remember this: my love never wavers, never changes, never ends. I am proud of you, not for what you've done, but for who you are, my child, my treasure, my beloved. I am calling you now to live freely, without fear. Let your heart be open, not guarded by worry or protected by walls. Allow yourself to be loved deeply, fully, completely by me. When you open your heart fully to my love, fear loses its power. Shame falls away. Pain heals and hope blossoms. Let me be your strength, your comfort, your closest friend. Trust that the plans I have for you are good, better than any dream you've ever dreamed. Please support our channel. Our goals is to bring happiness in your life and to bring devotion and reverence towards God. And if you want, you can donate us through the super thanks button down below. My beloved, keep your eyes fixed on me. In a world filled with confusion and noise, let my voice be the loudest you hear. Listen carefully, for I speak clearly. You are mine, chosen, cherished, and deeply loved. You are stronger than you realize, more capable than you imagine, and more valuable than you have ever known. You are a beautiful reflection of my heart. So hold on tightly to these words and let them be your strength. When the storms of life come, and they will remember that you are never alone. I am always here, guiding, protecting, and loving you. Every step forward is a step into a brighter future, filled with the blessings I have prepared just for you. Walk boldly, my child, knowing you are loved, knowing you are mine forever. My child, don't rush past this moment. Let it sink deep into your soul that I am here right now with you. You don't have to search for me in far places or wonder if I'm paying attention. I am closer than your next breath. I'm the whisper that calms your mind, the peace that settles your spirit when the world feels heavy. Even when you feel lost or unsure, I am steady. I am the one who never changes, never leaves, never grows tired of loving you. You have looked around and seen others move ahead while you feel stuck. You've asked, why not me? You've wondered if I've forgotten you, if your prayers are just echoes in the air. Let me tell you this with all the love in my heart. I have never turned my face from you. Every prayer I have heard, every tear I have held, every waiting season had a purpose even when it didn't make sense. I am not punishing you. I'm preparing you. What I have for you will not pass you by. And when it comes, you will know why you had to wait. You will understand that I was building something stronger inside you all along. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right where I need you to be. You are being shaped, gently and perfectly, to carry the blessings I'm bringing. Don't let comparison rob your peace. Don't let someone else's journey make you question your own. You are not made to follow someone else's path. You are walking the road I designed just for you. Trust that I know the way. Trust that I hold your hand, even when you cannot see the next step. There is healing flowing to your heart even now. Healing from past hurts, from words that wounded you, from relationships that made you feel like you were not enough. My love is stronger than all of that. My love fills in the cracks where the world has broken you. You do not need to fix yourself before coming to me. Come as you are tired, confused, joyful, hopeful, broken. I can take all of it. I will never turn you away. I will never grow weary of welcoming you. My child, you have survived days you thought would destroy you. You have kept walking when your heart was heavy and your strength felt gone. That is something I see. I see the quiet courage it took to rise each morning. I see how you've kept loving, kept giving, kept believing, even with a broken heart. That matters to me. You matter to me. And because you've kept going, I'm opening new doors for you, doors you didn't even know existed. You've been faithful in little, and now I will trust you with more. There are blessings with your name on them. There are gifts I have wrapped in love and placed along your path. You don't have to chase them. Just keep walking with me. Keep choosing kindness. Keep loving people. I will make sure that every good thing I've promised finds its way to you. When you feel alone, remember that I walk beside you. When you feel tired, let me be your rest. When you feel afraid, let me be your strength. You don't need to carry the weight of tomorrow on your shoulders. I already hold it. And I hold you. Let yourself lean into me. Let your soul breathe again. Let go of trying to have all the answers. You don't need to understand everything to trust me. You just need to know that I love you, and I do. You were made for more than fear. You were made for more than guilt. You were made for more than just surviving. You were made to live fully, to love deeply, to walk boldly in the truth that you are mine. I am not finished writing your story. The pages ahead are filled with beauty and grace. Yes, there may be some more valleys, but there will also be mountaintops. There will be laughter again. There will be peace that stays. There will be joy that does not fade. So take my hand, my child. Let's walk forward together. With every step, I'll be by your side. And with every breath, I will be whispering this truth into your heart. I love you. I choose you. I'm not leaving you, not today, not tomorrow, not ever. My child, come closer still. I want you to feel this deep in your spirit. I'm not far away. I have always been near. Even in your darkest hour, when you whispered prayers through tears, I was listening. Even when your heart was too tired to speak, I still heard you. I know your voice. I know your thoughts. I know every detail of your life, and none of it pushes me away. In fact, it pulls me closer. I want to be close to you, not because of what you do, but because of who you are, my child, my delight, my creation. You've been through more than most know. Some of your battles have been fought silently. You've smiled while your heart was aching. You've carried others when you were barely holding on. And in all of that, you never stopped. You kept waking up. You kept showing up. That matters to me. You didn't quit. You did walk away, even when it would have been easier. I saw it all, and I am proud of you. You may not see the seeds you've planted yet, but they are growing. Your love, your prayers, your sacrifices, they are not wasted. They are not forgotten. I have seen them. I have counted each one, and I am watering those seeds with my own hands. In time, you will see the harvest. In time, you will understand why you had to walk through the hard places. But for now, just trust me. Keep walking. Keep believing. The story isn't over yet. And yes, I know the thoughts that try to trouble your mind. The ones that say you're not good enough, not strong enough, not worthy. But those thoughts are not from me. I never said you had to be perfect. I never asked you to carry it all on your own. My love is not earned, it's given. Freely, fully, forever. When I look at you, I see someone worth loving, worth saving, worth holding. So don't let lies sit in your heart. Let my truth take their place. You are loved. You are chosen. You are never alone. Let me be the one who lifts your head when you feel low. Let me be your peace when your world feels loud. Let me speak over the noise, calm the storm, and remind you of who you are. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. I know your name. I know your dreams. I even know the things you stopped praying for because you were afraid to hope again. But I have not stopped working. I am still moving. I am still writing beauty into your story, even if all you see now is brokenness. Type I choose faith over fear if you're pressing forward. My child, I see your heart. I know how badly you want to feel steady again. To not be afraid of tomorrow. To breathe without the weight pressing down. Let me help you. Let me take that weight. You were not made to carry it. You were made to lean on me. So lean, fully and without fear. I am strong enough. I am faithful enough. I am gentle enough to hold every part of you. There are moments coming, sweet, quiet moments where you will look back and say, "Now I understand." Until then, walk with me and trust. You don't need all the answers. You only need to hold on to me. I will never let go. I will never turn away. I will never love you less. So breathe deep. Let the fear go. Let the doubt fall. Rest here in my love. I have you. I am for you. And I will not let you fall. Even when your steps are shaky, I will steady you. Even when your heart is uncertain, I will speak peace over it. And when your path is hidden by fog, I will light the way. You are not wandering without purpose. You are walking with me toward good things. Things you can't yet see, but I can. Trust that I see what's ahead. Trust that I hold your future in my hands. The same hands that formed the stars hold your story. And I promise you, the ending will be beautiful. Stay close, my child. I'm not going anywhere, and neither should you. This is just the beginning of something good. My child, I am still speaking. I am still here. I am still holding you. There is no place you can go where my love cannot reach you. There is no thought too dark, no past too broken, no moment too far gone that I cannot enter and bring healing. I am not afraid of your mess. I am not shocked by your struggle. I am the God who steps into the middle of the storm and brings peace that no one else can give. I know what you're going through, and I care more than you know. You've tried to be strong for so long. You've carried so much in silence. You tell others you're fine, but I see deeper. I see the nights when sleep won't come, the mornings when it's hard to rise, and the moments when you feel like giving up. I see it all, and I want you to know you don't have to do this alone. I am your strength. I am your safe place. You don't have to keep pretending. Come to me, just as you are. No mask, no prayer, just you. I will meet you with open arms. You may have felt like the world moved on without you, that others are ahead while you're left behind. But I am not in a hurry. I do not rush your healing. I do not measure your worth by your pace. I see progress in your stillness. I see beauty in your waiting. I am not disappointed in you. I am walking beside you, patient and kind, cheering for every small step you take. Every time you choose love over fear, truth over lies, hope over despair, I see it, and I celebrate it. Don't believe the voice that says you've missed your chance, that it's too late, that you've fallen too far. That is not my voice. My voice says you are never too far for grace. You are never beyond reach. You are never out of time. I am the God who restores. I make all things new. I bring life from dry ground, joy from sorrow, beauty from ashes. What feels lost can be found. What feels broken can be rebuilt. With me, nothing is impossible. You do not need to try harder to earn my love. You already have it. You had it before you knew my name. You had it when you were at your lowest. You have it now, and you always will. My love does not run out. It does not wear thin. It does not change when you fail. My love is steady, unshaken, forever. Let that truth sink in. Let it wrap around you like a blanket on a cold night. Let it be the voice that silences every fear. Even now, as you sit in quiet, I am working. I'm healing the places that hurt the most. I'm softening the scars that still ache. I'm rebuilding your strength, piece by piece, breath by breath. You are not as broken as you think. You are growing, even if it's slow. You are healing, even if it still hurts. You are moving forward, even if you feel stuck. I am not done with you. There is more. More peace. More joy. More purpose. More love. My child, you are deeply needed. There are lives you will touch, stories you will change, hearts you will reach, all because you kept going. You don't have to be perfect to be used. You just have to be willing. I will give you the words to say, the strength to stand, the grace to keep going. You don't have to figure it all out. You just have to say yes to me, one day at a time. Keep walking, even if it's slow. Keep trusting, even when you don't see the full picture. Keep holding on, even when everything feels uncertain. I am holding you. I have never let go, and I never will. I am proud of you. Not because you've done everything right, but because you've stayed close. Because you've tried. Because you've believed, sometimes just barely, but enough to keep going. And that is faith. That is strength. That is enough. My child, I see your heart even when no one else does. I know the quiet questions you carry, the ones you're afraid to speak out loud. Questions like, will this pain ever end? Or does anyone really understand what I'm going through? You may not always feel it, but I do understand. I understand you more than you understand yourself. Every feeling you've tried to hide, I already know. Every worry, every fear, every secret hope, I see it all, and I hold it gently in my hands. You don't need to hide from me. You don't need to clean yourself up to come to me. Just come. Just be with me. Even if all you have are tears, I will welcome them. Even if all you can say is help, I will hear it like a song. I don't need long prayers or perfect words. I only need your heart. I only need your honesty. That's where our closeness begins, in the real, raw, quiet moments where you bring me everything, even the mess. Say God is working even if you can't see it yet. You've been walking through a season of pressure, feeling like the weight keeps getting heavier. But I want you to know pressure does not mean punishment. Sometimes it means growth. Sometimes it means I'm making room in your life for something better. I know the journey has felt long. I know you've wondered when it will get easier. My child, it will. You are closer to the breakthrough than you think. You are stronger than you feel. You are not forgotten. You are being shaped into someone who can carry the future I've prepared for you. There will be joy again. Not just moments of happiness, but deep, steady joy that stays even when things around you shift. This joy will not depend on your situation. It will flow from my love planted deep in your heart. I will teach you how to laugh again, how to dream again, how to live again without fear holding you back. You might not see it now, but there is light ahead. I'm guiding you, even in the dark. My voice is soft but strong, and I will never stop speaking peace over your life. When fear rises, remember this: I am with you. When doubt tries to steal your peace, remember this: I am faithful. When the world feels shaky, remember this: I am your rock, and I do not move. Let my words be the truth you hold on to when everything else feels unsure. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are becoming more peaceful, more loving, more like the person I created you to be. Don't rush the process. Trust that I am with you in every part of it. My child, I am not done. There are still prayers I will answer. There are still promises I will keep. There are still days ahead that will take your breath away in the best way. Don't settle for fear. Don't settle for silence. Lift your eyes. Look at me. I'm here. I always have been. I always will be. And when you feel like you can't walk any further, let me carry you. When your strength is gone, let mine take over. When your heart is tired, let me hold it in my hands and speak life into it again. You don't have to be the strong one all the time. Let me be your strength. That's what I wanted all along. You are my child. My heart is for you. My hand is with you. My love will never leave you. So keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep listening. I am right here, speaking softly, clearly, with words you were always meant to hear. You are loved. You are chosen. You are safe. You are mine. My child, I know sometimes it feels like your life is moving too slow, like everyone else is moving forward while you're still waiting. Waiting for answers. Waiting for peace. Waiting for something to change. But I want you to know waiting with me is never wasted. Every moment of delay has purpose. Every quiet season is shaping you, not breaking you. I see your patience. I see how you keep believing, even with tired eyes and a heavy heart. That faith, even the smallest bit of it, is precious to me. I know the days when you smile for others but cry in secret. I know the moments you wonder if things will ever be different. My child, hear me, I am working, even when you don't see it. I am moving, even when everything feels still. The seeds of hope that you planted long ago are still in the ground, but they are not dead. They are growing in ways you can't see. And when the time is right, they will break through the surface and bloom in full beauty. Don't give up before that happens. Stay close. Stay open. Keep trusting me. Sometimes your heart feels tired not because you're weak, but because you've carried more than you should. Let me help you. Let me take what is too heavy. You were never meant to carry pain alone. You were never meant to fix everything by yourself. I didn't create you to walk in fear. I created you to walk with me in peace, in truth, in love. Before I end this video, let's pray together. Dear Lord Jesus, thank you for this quiet moment, for the stillness that reminds me I am never alone. In the gentle sway of the trees and the soft light breaking through the branches, I see the beauty of your creation, and I feel your presence wrapping around me like a warm blanket. Today, I come before you not with many words, but with a heart that longs for peace, for strength, and for the kind of love that only you can give. Jesus, you know the burdens I carry and the thoughts that weigh heavily on my mind. Help me to lay them at your feet. Let me breathe in your peace and breathe out every worry, every fear, every doubt. Walk with me through the quiet paths of life where I often feel unsure, and whisper to my heart that you are here, always near. Teach me to notice the little things like the sunlight on my skin or the birds in the morning as reminders of your kindness and care. Help me to trust that even when I cannot see the full path ahead, you are already making a way. Your light guides me, step by step. Lord, I surrender this day to you. Lead me in kindness. Teach me to love more gently, to speak with grace, and to act with a heart that reflects yours. Thank you for never leaving me, for choosing me, and for filling my life with purpose even when I don't understand the process. I rest in your love today. I trust in your timing, and I praise you for the quiet beauty you place around and within me. In your precious name, Jesus, I pray. Amen. My child, listen to me with your whole heart right now, because heaven is calling you in this very moment. And this call is not faint, not accidental, not something you can afford to overlook. It is a call that has been echoing over your life long before your eyes reached this message. This moment was written into your story, woven into the fabric of time, arranged by my hand with precision you cannot yet comprehend. You are not here because you scrolled at the right time. You are not here because of coincidence. You are here because I, Jesus, placed this message directly in your path as a divine appointment, as a sacred interruption, as the signal that the season you have been trapped in is finally shifting. My child, heaven is calling you right now, and you must not turn away. Do not ignore this moment, for if you look away, if you scroll past, if you silence what your spirit is finally beginning to recognize, you will miss what I sent from heaven specifically for you. My beloved one, I have watched you walk through days when your heart felt heavy, when your thoughts felt loud, when you wondered if I still saw you, if I still heard you, if I still cared about the battles you could not speak about. I saw every tear you hid from the world. I heard every unspoken question you tucked into the corners of your mind. I followed every step you took through fear, through uncertainty, through loneliness, through nights when you whispered, "Lord, do you still remember me?" And yes, my child, I remembered. I remembered you when you thought you were forgotten. I stayed near when you assumed I was far. I covered you when you believed no one was fighting for you. I protected your heart even in the moments you felt it breaking. And now, at this exact moment, this holy, hand-selected moment, I am calling you, because something in your spirit has reached the point where it can no longer remain silent, no longer stay asleep, no longer stay hidden beneath the weight of everything you've endured. Heaven is calling you, and this call is not gentle. It is urgent. It is pressing. It is ringing for you because something has shifted in the spiritual realm, and I do not want you to miss what is unfolding. My child, there are messages that come as comfort, and there are messages that come as warnings, but this is neither. It is a summons from heaven into the next chapter of who you are becoming. Do not tell yourself this is just another moment, just another message, just another voice among the noise. No, my beloved, this is me. This is Jesus. This is your Savior speaking into the deepest part of your heart, calling you by name, reaching for you with urgency because I know how close you are to stepping into something greater than anything you have known before. You may feel your heart trembling right now. You may sense a stirring you haven't felt in a long time. You may feel a warmth, a weight, a pull, a sudden awareness that something sacred is happening. That is my presence. That is my voice touching your spirit. That is heaven drawing near to you. Do you think it is random that these words are reaching you now, in this hour, after the days you cried, after the nights you wrestled, after the moments you doubted your worth, your future, and my plan for you? My child, nothing about this is random. I arranged this encounter with divine intention. I orchestrated every second that brought you to this point. I aligned time, circumstance, emotion, and even the position of your heart to ensure that when heaven called, you would be able to hear it. This message is a doorway. If you step through it, if you stay with me, if you let these words touch you deeply, I will reveal things you were not ready to hear before. I will show you the reasons behind your delays, the meaning behind your battles, the purpose behind the wounds you thought would never heal. I will lift burdens off you that you've carried alone for too long. I will open the eyes of your spirit to see what I have been preparing for you in secret. But if you turn away now, if you ignore this call, if you decide that this moment is not worth your attention, you will walk past something heaven handcrafted for you. You will miss the clarity, the breakthrough, the healing, the direction, and the divine answer I sent through these words. My beloved child, I am calling you because you have reached the turning point of a season. You have reached the edge of something new. You have come to the moment where the past loses its grip, where old wounds begin to loosen, where the heaviness that has followed you begins to fall away. But this cannot happen without your awareness, without your openness, without your willingness to listen. That is why my voice is urgent. That is why I place these words in your path. That is why heaven is calling you loudly, clearly, relentlessly, because you cannot stay where you are anymore. There is too much waiting within you, too much calling you forward, too much I have prepared for your next chapter. My child, let these words sink deeply into your spirit. Heaven is calling you right now. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Not when you feel ready. Now. This is the hour. This is the moment. This is the divine invitation that carries the weight of destiny. I did not call someone else. I called you. I did not send this message for another soul. I send it for you. I did not ring this heavenly call over someone more perfect, more put together, more holy, more confident. I rang it for the one who feels unworthy, the one who feels tired, the one who feels forgotten, the one who feels small, the one who needs this message more than they realize. You, my beloved child. So listen. Today, do not walk away. For if you ignore this call, you will miss what heaven opened for you. But if you stay with me until the final word, I will show you that this moment, this very moment, is the beginning of everything you have prayed for. Type Amen. Jesus is the answer to all my needs if He holds every solution in your life. My child, open your heart fully now, for I am calling you directly, personally, intentionally, with a voice that has echoed through eternity to reach you in this exact moment. This call from heaven is not faint, not distant, not unclear. It is ringing within your spirit even now, resonating in places you have not touched in a long time. You may not hear it with your ears, but I assure you, your soul recognizes it. Your spirit knows it. Your heart feels it. You can sense something stirring inside you, something awakening that you cannot explain with earthly words. That stirring is me. That pull is me. That sudden stillness around you, that gentle heaviness settling in your chest, that awareness that something is happening right now, that is my call ringing into the deepest parts of you. My child, do not ignore the sound of heaven when it reaches for you, because this is not just a message. This is a divine summons over your life. You may tell yourself that you simply came across this message by chance, but I tell you the truth. There is no chance here. There is no accident in my kingdom. There is no coincidence with the God who formed galaxies with intention and breathed life into you on purpose. Do not reduce this holy moment to an algorithm or a digital accident. Do not assume you just happened to be here. I placed this message before you deliberately. I orchestrated this moment long before you arrived in it. I aligned circumstances, breaths, thoughts, rhythms of time, and unseen movements in the spiritual realm just to make sure you would be right here, right now. with a heart open enough to hear me calling. I have been pursuing you, waiting for you, watching you, protecting you, and preparing you even in the moments when you felt abandoned, forgotten, or unseen. I have never stopped moving toward you, even when you stopped moving toward me. My child, I am calling you because your spirit is finally ready to hear me again. There were seasons when my voice reached for you, but the noise around you was too loud. There were moments when I whispered to you, but your heart was too wounded to recognize me. There were times when I drew near, but your tears blocked the sound of my presence. Do not be ashamed. I never blamed you. I never turned my face from you. Instead, I waited with the patience of eternity, knowing the day would come when your soul would soften again, when your spirit would open again, when your heart would ache deeply enough to hear my call not as an idea, not as a possibility, but as a lifeline. Today is that day. This moment is holy because your heart is aligned with heaven in a way it has not been for a long time. I have watched you walk through storms that should have broken you. I have seen you rise on days when you had no strength left. I have counted every sigh, every tear, every whispered prayer, every silent scream inside you that no one else noticed. I watched you push through pain you never voiced, endure battles you did not understand, and carry weights that felt too heavy for your shoulders. I saw you when you wanted to give up. I saw you when you questioned your purpose. I saw you when you wondered whether I still had a plan for you. And my child, I was closer to you in those moments than you ever knew. I was not far. I was not silent. I was not indifferent. I was watching you with love, waiting for the moment when your spirit would finally rise again to answer the call that has been ringing over your life since the day you were born. There is something happening in the unseen realm around you. You cannot see it with natural eyes, but your spirit has already felt it. The atmosphere around you has been shifting. The weight you've carried feels different, not heavier, but unfamiliar. The thoughts you've been having lately are not ordinary thoughts. The sudden bursts of emotion, the moments where your heart softens unexpectedly, the longing that rises in you without warning, the sense that something is changing, none of that is random. Those are signals from heaven. Those are the vibrations that come before breakthrough. Those are the signs that a spiritual shift is taking place. My call is ringing because this shift concerns you directly. It is pulling you out of an old season and ushering you into a new one. But my child, you must pick up this call to walk into what I have prepared. Understand this deeply. I am not calling you because you are perfect. I am not calling you because you have figured everything out. I am not calling you because you have been flawless in your faith. I am calling you because you are mine. I am calling you because I love you. I am calling you because you have a destiny that refuses to die, no matter how many times life has tried to bury it. I am calling you because your spirit is precious, your future is meaningful, and your purpose is still alive within my plan. And yes, I am calling you because time is moving in a new direction for you, and I will not allow you to enter this next chapter without hearing my voice clearly. My child, pick up this call with your heart, not your hands. You do not need to answer me with a gesture or a sound. You do not need to speak out loud. You do not need to perform anything. Simply open your heart. Let your spirit respond. Let your soul say, Lord, I'm listening. That is how you answer me. That is how you pick up my call. I am not calling you to religion. I'm calling you into relationship. I am not summoning you to pressure. I am inviting you into presence. I am not drawing you into fear. I am pulling you into freedom. My call is not meant to frighten you, it is meant to awaken you. Because something inside you has been asleep for too long. Something inside you has been waiting to rise again. Something inside you has been longing for my voice, even when you did not know how to say it. There has been a battle over your heart for a long time, one you did not always recognize. And though the enemy tried to drown my voice out with noise, distraction, fear, anxiety, shame, loneliness, and confusion, my call has always remained louder than his lies. I have been calling you through every season. I called you in moments of joy. I called you in moments of sorrow. I called you in your strength and in your weakness. But the reason my call feels louder now is because the spiritual atmosphere has opened over your life in a way that is rare and sacred. Heaven is leaning toward you. Angels have drawn near to you. The Holy Spirit is stirring around you. And I, Jesus, am calling directly to your heart because a chain is about to break. A door is about to open. A season is about to shift. And your spirit must be awake to receive it. You may wonder why this call feels urgent. It is because time is moving differently now. The window of transformation is open, and I do not want you to miss it. There are moments in every soul's life when heaven releases a sound that must be answered. This is one of those moments for you. This is the moment when the old chains weaken. This is the moment when clarity begins to form. This is the moment when the weight on your shoulders begins to loosen. This is the moment when your heart begins to breathe again. This is the moment when heaven leans in and says, "Rise. I'm calling you higher." And my child, I refuse to let you walk past this moment unaware. Together, we can bring more light into this world. Support our work of sharing God's truth and joy by clicking super thanks. Your one act of faith helps us keep shining His love everywhere. I have waited for you with a patience that does not run out. I have pursued you with a love that never gives up. I have protected you with a strength you never fully saw. And now, I am calling you with a clarity that your heart can no longer deny. So hear me now. Beloved one, pick up this call with your heart, not your hands. Pick it up with your openness. Pick it up with your vulnerability. Pick it up with your willingness to let me reach into the parts of you that have been silent for too long. You are not reading this because you stumbled here. You are reading this because heaven has called your name. And I will not stop calling until your heart answers. My child, come closer, for I am about to speak into the places you hide from the world, the places even you struggle to face. I am reaching into the depths where your tears fall silently, where your fears whisper loudly, where your wounds linger quietly in the corners of your soul. I am speaking now to the parts of you that ache, the parts you never show, the parts that tremble behind the smile you wear when everyone is watching. I am speaking to the heart you keep guarded, the heaviness you have learned to carry alone, and the sorrow that presses against your chest when the world grows quiet. My child, I see what no one else sees. I know what no one else knows. I understand what no one else has understood. And I need you to hear me clearly now. I was there. You've walked through seasons where you felt invisible, unseen, unnoticed by the people around you. You tried to be strong, to be steady, to be the one who doesn't fall apart, but inside you were breaking in 1,000 ways that no one could see. You cried into your pillow when the world was asleep, wiping your tears quickly as if erasing them would erase the pain itself. You pressed your face into your hands during moments when the weight became too heavy, whispering, "Why do I feel so alone?" My child, I saw every tear that slipped from your eyes. I felt the tremble in your breath. I heard the quiet sob you tried to swallow. But I want you to know something sacred. Not one of those tears was wasted. I collected every single one. There were moments when you didn't know what you were feeling, just that it hurt. Moments when the ache inside you felt too deep for words, too wide for explanation, too heavy for your body to carry. You tried to push through it, to ignore it, to pretend it didn't matter. But when the room grew silent and life slowed down, the pain found you again. The sadness you hid so well crept back into your soul and wrapped itself around your thoughts. And even then, especially then, I leaned close to you. I wrapped my presence around your fragile heart the way a parent wraps their arms around a trembling child. I held you. Yes, my beloved. Even when you could not feel me, I held you. There were nights when your mind raced with fear of the future, fear of failure, fear of being unlimited, fear of losing more, fear of not being enough, fear of never healing, fear of never finding peace. You whispered your fears into the darkness like confessions you were afraid to admit out loud. You questioned everything: your worth, your purpose, your strength, your voice. You wondered whether you mattered, whether anyone cared, whether your life truly held meaning. But hear me, my child. I cared. I cared deeply. I listened to every fear, even the ones you couldn't articulate. I understood every question, even the ones you abandoned halfway through. And I did not judge you. I did not tire of you. I did not grow weary of your repeated cries. I stayed. I listened. I absorbed your pain into my spirit because I have loved you with a love that does not fade, does not break, and does not walk away. You carried burdens that were far heavier than your shoulders could bear. You forced yourself to keep functioning when your heart was exhausted. You kept giving when you had nothing left. You kept showing up when your spirit wanted to collapse. You smiled when your soul was tired. You comforted others while you were hurting inside. You tried to be dependable when you yourself had no strength. You hid your breaking because you didn't want to be a burden. But my child, you were never a burden to me. I never asked you to carry all of that alone. I never wanted you to endure the weight by yourself. You were not created to be your own protector, your own healer, your own savior. That was never my intention for you. You took on burdens that were meant to be placed into my hands. And yet, even when you tried to carry them alone, I walked beside you. There were days when you felt forgotten by others, by the world, and yes, even by me. You looked at your life and saw delay. You saw unanswered prayers. You saw silence instead of direction. And you thought to yourself, maybe God has moved on. Maybe he has more important people to care for. Maybe I am no longer seen. My beloved, I never forgot you. I never overlooked you. I never turned my face away from you for even a second. You were never in the shadows of my attention. You were always at the center of my heart. When you felt unseen, I was watching over you. When you felt unheard, I was listening to every unspoken word. When you felt abandoned, I was closer to you than your own breath. You were not forgotten, you were carried. I watched the moments when you tried to hold yourself together while everything inside you was falling apart. I saw when you forced a smile so no one would ask what was wrong. I saw when you walked into responsibilities while the weight of sorrow pressed down on you. I saw when you questioned whether your life was ever going to get better. My child, every moment you thought you were walking alone, I was next to you, Every moment you believed you were unseen, I was watching you with tenderness. Every moment you felt unheard, I was listening with compassion. Every moment you felt unprotected, I shielded you with my hand. Do you understand what it means when I say I was there? It means that in your breaking moments, when you felt shattered beyond repair, I was the one preventing your spirit from collapsing completely. It means that when darkness surrounded your thoughts, I placed unseen light in your mind so you could keep going. It means that when fear tried to crush your heart, I held back the weight so it would not destroy you. It means that when the enemy whispered lies into your spirit, lies about your worth, your value, your identity, I guarded your soul from believing them fully. It means that when pain rose like a flood inside your chest, I became the quiet strength that helped you stand. My beloved, I have been your protector even when you didn't realize you needed protection. You have walked through silent suffering, pain you never expressed because you believed no one would understand. But I understood. I understood the disappointment you couldn't speak about. I understood the heartbreak you hid behind your eyes. I understood the loneliness that wrapped itself around your soul when you felt you had no one to turn to. I understood the exhaustion that followed you each day. I understood the longing for relief that consumed your nights. And in all of this, I want you to know, you were never alone. Every time you thought you reached your breaking point, I stepped into the cracks of your heart and held you together. Every time you thought you would fall apart, I kept you standing. Every time you believed you were forgotten, I whispered your name into eternity. Every time you lost hope, I placed a spark of strength inside you. You may not have noticed it, but you felt it, the quiet push that kept you from giving up completely. That was me. That was my hand. That was my love refusing to let you drown. And my child, I shielded you even when you thought I was silent. You didn't always see what I protected you from, the wounds that never reached you, the attacks that never touched you, the dangers that never crossed your path. You saw the battles you fought, but you did not see the battles I won on your behalf before they ever reached your doorstep. The moments when destruction was planned against you but never succeeded. That was my shield. The moments when anxiety tried to break you but didn't. That was my presence. The moments when darkness wanted to swallow your hope but failed. That was my light. Even in silence, I was fighting for you. My beloved one, the suffering you endured alone was never actually endured alone. I was in the quiet room with you. I was in the car when you cried behind the wheel. I was standing beside you when you felt abandoned. I was surrounding you when your thoughts spiraled. I was holding you when you fell to your knees. And I never stopped holding you. You are not forgotten. You are not unseen. You are not unheard. You are not abandoned. You are mine. Right, amen. My hope is anchored in Christ alone if your faith rests securely in Him. My child, I need you to breathe for a moment and let my word settle deeply into the places where your loneliness has lived for far too long. I am coming to speak directly into the battles you fought in silence, the nights you cried until your pillow was wet, the seasons where you felt broken in ways you didn't know how to explain. I am coming for the nights when the world slept and you lay awake, staring into the darkness, feeling like your heart was carrying more than it should. You whispered into the night, wondering if I heard you, wondering if anyone cared, wondering if your tears mattered. And I tell you now, my beloved one, those tears were never overlooked. Those quiet cries were collected in my hands. Those trembling breaths were heard by heaven. You were not crying alone. I was sitting beside you, with my arms wrapped around you, even when you could not feel me. I was the warmth that came over you when you had no strength left. I was the stillness that rested on you when your spirit was shaking. You thought you were alone in those nights of sorrow, but I was closer to you then than in any other moment. You have walked through the pain of betrayal, wounds inflicted by people you trusted, people you let close, people you believed would protect your heart. Some of them hurt you without realizing it, and some hurt you knowing exactly what they were doing. Their words cut deeper than physical wounds. Their actions crushed parts of you that were fragile. Their absence left holes in your life you didn't know how to fill. And I saw it all. I saw the moment their betrayal pierced you. I saw the moment your hope cracked. I saw the moment you questioned your worth because of someone else's actions. My child, that pain you carry from betrayal is one I never wanted you to bear alone. When they failed you, I was still faithful. When they abandoned you, I held you closer. When they rejected you, I chose you again and again. And I want you to hear me clearly. Their betrayal was not a reflection of your value, it was a revelation of their brokenness. It did not reduce your worth. It exposed the places where they themselves were hurting. And yes, my beloved, I saw your heart break, the one you tried to hide behind strength. You carried it quietly, hoping time alone would mend it. But time didn't heal it because the wound was deeper than the surface of your heart. It was a wound that reached into your identity. It made you question whether you were lovable, whether you were enough, whether something was wrong with you. I watched the way you smiled on the outside while your soul felt drained inside. I watched the way you tried to move forward while pieces of you were still bleeding. You thought I was silent in your heartbreak, but I was the one who kept your heart from shattering completely. I was the one who whispered strength into your spirit when you couldn't stand the pain. You didn't see me, but I was there in the quiet moments when no one else was. And hear me clearly. The heartbreak you endured was not punishment, it was redirection. I removed what would have destroyed you. I separated you from what could not value you. I protected your destiny even when you did not understand the reason behind the loss. You have also known the ache of disappointment, those moments when life didn't unfold the way you hoped, when plans fell apart, when your expectations met silence, when you prayed for doors to open, but they remained shut, leaving you confused and weary. You felt heavy, discouraged, and frustrated, wondering if you would ever see the answers you longed for. You looked at others moving ahead while you remained stuck. You thought something was wrong with you because progress felt slow, delayed, and uncertain. But my child, your delays were never denials. They were preparations. They were protections. They were realignments. The closed doors were not a sign of my absence, they were a sign of my love. I refused to let you walk into something that would have limited you, trapped you, or led you away from the purpose I placed inside you. I know the disappointment weighed heavily on your heart. I know it made you feel like the future was slipping out of reach. But I was shaping you in that waiting season, strengthening you, maturing you, refining you, and preparing you for what is coming next. And let me speak into the exhaustion that has pressed against your spirit. There have been days when your body moved, but your soul felt tired. You functioned, but you did not feel alive. You woke up with a heaviness you couldn't explain. You felt drained not from lack of sleep, but from the battles within you, battles of doubt, fear, pressure, confusion, loneliness, and worry. You prayed, but you felt empty. You believed, but you felt weary. You hoped, but you felt tired of waiting. You carried responsibilities, burdens, expectations, an emotional weight that slowly wore you down. And even though you kept going, even though you kept trying, even though you held on, your spirit whispered, "Lord, I'm tired." My child, I heard that whisper. I saw that weariness. I felt the heaviness in your soul. I was not blind to your exhaustion. And I tell you today, you are tired because the battle has been long, not because you are weak. You are weary because you have been fighting without rest, not because you lack strength. And I am here now to restore what life has drained out of you. You have felt stuck, trapped in the same season, the same struggles, the same patterns, the same unanswered questions. You wondered why nothing was changing, why things felt frozen, why you could not move forward. You felt like your life was on pause while everyone else's life kept advancing, and that made you feel frustrated and forgotten. But my beloved, you were never stuck. You were being held in place by my hand because the foundation beneath you was still being prepared. I could not allow you to move before the ground was stable. I was not delaying you without reason. I was positioning you. I was rearranging things behind the scenes. I was removing what could not go with you. I was building what you needed for the next chapter. What felt like stagnation to you was actually construction. What felt like delay was actually preparation. What felt like a setback was actually the slow formation of something greater. And yes, I know that feeling of being forgotten has followed you like a shadow. You questioned why others received answers while you received silence. You wondered why progress felt far from you. You wondered why blessings seemed late. You wondered why breakthroughs came slowly. And you felt overlooked by people, by life, and sometimes even by me. But I remind you, my child, I never forgot you, not for 1 second. You were always on my mind. I never stopped watching over you. I never stopped working on your behalf. I never stopped weaving your story together. I never stopped protecting your destiny. The timing confused you, but my timing is perfect. The silence frightened you, but my silence was strategy. What you thought was abandonment was preparation. What you thought was delay was protection. What you thought was my distance was actually me working behind the scenes so deeply that it required silence. Say amen. I believe He's working behind the scenes even when I cannot see the outcome. And share this video